I hate Craig. I hate him.
I love him.
I hate him.
Too.
He's such a
No.
nice young man. Seth, it's Christmas.
I don't care. I don't care. You know what I want
Hey.
for Christmas? I want Craig to die.
Damn.
Oh.
I hate Craig.
So it's Christmas. This is our Christmas podcast. So in honor of that, I made something.
Mm.
All right, I'm gonna send the link to the chat.
Mm.
Don't click on it until I say go.
Okay.
It's not done. The audio is done. The video part's not.
Okay.
Actually, I made two things. I'll send them both to the chat.
I'm very excited.
Yeah. It's just keep in mind I am not a singer and I'm not a voice actor.
Oh no.
But you know what? I had fun doing this.
Unfortunately, as a singer, Ethan did not ask me in time.
No, I did not. So this is the first one.
Okay.
And this is the second one. Watch the first one first.
Okay.
All right. You guys both ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's pretty awful, but I hope you like it.
Okay.
All right. So click the link. Click the link and stop it and go back to the beginning of it. So that way you can start at the same time.
Okay.
All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Chaotic start, Craig falls apart, Seth fixes truck, we can say fuck, Bradshaw's a guest, some nerds is next, big discussion, mouth percussion, lightsaber fights on Monday night, spoilers for Bray, Ethan's half gay, Craig kills us all, Soka versus Maul, Finn, Muck Funky, we love P. House is dead, remake a dread, Spider-Man 3, they're casting me, this is our podcast about movies and video games, this is the worst show on Spotify, this is the worst show on Spotify. What games we on? Roll the theme song. Jeremy's app. So that's a wrap.
Beautiful.
Wow, dude,
beautiful.
That is awesome, Ethan. That is awesome, dude.
You liked it?
Yes.
Ethan, that is perfect. Ethan, I love that.
Why do I got to fix a truck?
I don't know.
I don't even like trucks.
Well, you should. Well, then you. Too bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I got him with that one, guys.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm not a singer. Auto-tune was not great.
It doesn't matter, dude. That was really awesome. I loved that.
Yeah.
Ethan, that was really good.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. It took me a while to think of things that rhymed that were also five syllables.
No, dude, the lyrics were the best part.
Yeah.
Obviously, because it's music. But that was like I'm high key impressed.
Jeremy's app, so that's a wrap.
Perfect. It's amazing. It is my new favorite song.
Awesome.
Beatles who? Who even are the Beatles? I don't know.
Nobody.
Some overrated band. Didn't matter anyway.
Seth, shut up. Don't even do this. Don't do this.
iCarly had a greater impact than the Beatles.
Facts.
What? No, don't. Seth, I swear to God, I will murder you, and I will not feel bad.
Welcome back to That's a Wrap. This is episode 5. This is our Christmas special.
Whoa.
And I am Ethan.
I'm Alex.
I
tried to give you a second there, Seth.
Nope. I'm Seth. I go last.
Okay.
The way it is.
All right.
Well, that's us. So this is our video game podcast. The next week. Sorry, I'm a mess today. It's currently 10 o'clock p.m. and I just had a 9-hour shift at work. So I'm very tired. This week's our video game podcast. Next week's will be our movie podcast. And like I said before, this is our Christmas special, which is kind of hard to do with video games, but I think we made it work with our big discussion.
We will.
Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and kick things off with a segment called What Games We On that I definitely didn't steal from Triple Jump.
Okay.
All right, Alex?
I don't even know who that is. So.
You should. I talk about them all the time. They do worst games ever.
What game? I know who you're talking. What games we on? As in what games we playing right now?
Yeah, because they do a segment called What We Playing, and I'm like, I can't steal that. So what games we on?
Hey, they can't steal playing video games.
Well, they can try.
We'll beat them up. Triple Jump, not an enemy, but hey, don't test us.
No.
Don't
So,
test us.
what games beyond basically means what have we been playing this week? Alex, you want to go first?
I do want to go first.
All right.
So
go ahead.
this week.
Yeah. Or
Okay. Well. So
within the past
Okay.
2 weeks, 'cause it's been 2 weeks since we did video games.
Okay, so every once in a while, I'll jump into some Minecraft.
Mhm.
Not to brag, I just got a new GPU and it's
Oh.
kicking it. Yeah, got a 5700 XT.
Hell
Not
yeah.
gonna lie, pretty sweet. So far, not disappointing me. I always jump into some Minecraft just because it's fun and I like it and it calms me down. But this week, I've been jumping headfirst into Cyberpunk 2077.
Really?
Oh
It
no.
is so much fun.
Oh yeah. Well, you're on PC.
He's on PC with a new
I'm on
GPU.
P-
So he's fine.
it runs perfect on P. I had a problem on launch day. I waited a couple days because I was busy. I haven't had any glitches.
Wow.
It
Any
it is
graphics degrading or something?
no, it runs really well. I'm running in 1440p, so I can only run it about 45, 50 FPS. Yeah, I
Sure.
know.
I still need
Yeah.
to use your monitor. I need to see what that's like.
I know.
We
You
gotta
will.
see
You
it
will.
on the ears.
But yeah, it runs so good that I used to have the frame counter on there just to see how I need to adjust it.
Mhm.
But it plays so good that I just let it run. As it is. And it is so much fun. It's if I had to criticize it, I would say that certain things aren't as in-depth as I think people wanted them to be. But I think a
Right.
lot of that has to do with the hype surrounding the
Yeah.
game and not necessarily what was said about the game.
Yeah.
People
Um,
started making up stuff about the game. They were
Yeah,
like,
I
"Oh
know.
yeah, you could do this." They never said that.
I
No.
know. But I will tell you, there's tons to do. It's so much making money is so much fun in the game. Interacting with side quest characters is so much fun. I mean, it is just it really is like I feel like that if it wasn't for the horrible, horrible job that CD Projekt Red did when porting over to last gen consoles,
Mhm.
it would have it. I mean, I feel like that it lives up to the hype in a lot of ways.
Right.
I'm
Well,
very
because
on
on
board.
PC it got a 9, but on console it got a 4. At least for
Yeah,
IGN.
and an IGN barely ever hands out 10, so 9 is probably pretty much as good as you're going to get.
Right.
And like it's just but the thing that really gets me about the whole console port thing is that it was supposed to come out in April.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the
how
first.
broken it would have been in April.
But that's the thing that gets me. It's like they're like, oh, we didn't see this coming. We didn't do it right, and it's like bullshit.
Yeah, if it's gonna come out in April, next gen wasn't even out yet.
Yeah, and so you're going to tell me that, so then you're just like, oh, but we're releasing it for next gen. So you just decided to just throw all your optimization out the window, port that all for next gen, and just assume that everybody's going to be able to get their hands on one?
Yes,
Like, no way. I mean, that's so stupid. And
makes sense
I
to
know, yeah, it makes sense to Seth, but not to me.
Seth CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, Seth, are you a spy for CD Projekt Red?
I sure am.
Oh no.
Okay, we'll just cover your ears for this next part.
Oh, okay.
Witcher sucks.
And I'm very upset about it, and a lot of people should be. And but it runs great on PC, and I'm enjoying it. So I don't know.
Alex said, I don't care. I'm on PC. Forget the rest of you.
Yeah, it runs good on PC. What do you want me to say? But the biggest hit that I've seen though is like people using like really old cards, like 720s and 1030s, and running it at like super low graphic settings, but still getting a playable frame rate
Mhm.
and render when it's just awful on last gen consoles, which totally should be able to play it. It's like the main thing that everybody's saying is like, but you have to keep in mind it's a big game. Well, the PlayStation 4 runs God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Assassin's Creed, all of those things just fine.
Apparently, Cyberpunk on PS4 is having, or at least it was, so it was taken off the game store, was having problems with save data. So, like, and I saw this on, I think it was IGN that posted it. It might have been today. And it was ironic. They posted it, and then I scrolled down on Instagram, and I saw an ad for Cyberpunk by Xbox. Anyway, it's having a problem with save data, So if your save file is over like 8 megabytes, then your save data has a potential of being corrupted.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that weird?
So there's just so many strikes against console version.
Yeah, it will unless you have like a PS5 or Xbox One X.
Right. Even then, like if I say I had gotten a PS5 on launch day and I hadn't bought into the Cyberpunk hype, I would rather wait for a PS5 like version of the game and not just a port of it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, free upgrading.
Oh well, no, but everybody says that it runs good on next gen consoles.
That's good.
That the majority of the bugs are coming from last gen, but even that is still inexcusable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, Seth, would you like to go next?
Yeah.
Sure. You could take a wild guess what my main game is right now.
Are you playing the original Animal Crossing for the GameCube?
I would never.
Are you playing the PS2 version of Call of Duty?
I sure am. It's called
Animal
Cold War. And
Animal Crossing New Horizons is a good game, Seth. That's all I'm gonna say.
but I'll
Stop
switch it
talking
up.
about Animal Crossing.
I'll switch it up, and I'll talk about my next main game,
Okay.
Temtem.
Oh,
Which I truly believe, and Alex, this might take you by storm because you know how much I love Pokemon.
yeah.
I truly believe Temtem is better.
Wow. Why?
The competitive play, there's
Okay.
no RNG.
Ooh, that's
Everything's set. No crits. No nothing. It makes sense.
Hmm.
The Lumas. I'm a big shiny hunter. That's what I'm there for. You know.
Yes.
Luma hunting in Temtem takes time. And Pokemon, it got to the point to where when I found a shiny, I was like, nice. You know, that's it. Because their odds are so low. You could get, if you do like fish chaining, you could get a shiny in like 2 hours at most. In Temtem, the odds are 1 out of 10,000. That is insane. It takes probably like 3 days if you're like hardcore grinding to get one. Dude, it's great. I love it. But yeah, Temtem, better than Pokemon.
So, how much is Temtem?
How much? It's going up in price right now. I think it's 45 right now, possibly.
Ouch. Okay.
It used to be 30. It's going up until it becomes a full release, and it's going to be 60. But
is it worth $60?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
And you can play it on Steam?
It's on Steam, Discord. They took it off of GeForce Now, which kind of sucks. I don't know why they took it off.
Well, everybody, you hear here first. Seth's officially
Alex,
said,
buy it. Alex, buy it. Ethan, when you get a PS5, buy it.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of Pokemon style games.
But it's an MMO Pokemon game.
Hang on. When did you play? What Pokemon game you play, Ethan?
Alpha Sapphire.
That's it?
That's it?
Yeah.
Nah, get it.
I mostly just don't like turn-based combat.
But it's different. It's different in Pokemon. I don't like turn-based either.
The only turn-based combat game I've ever liked was Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, dude. If Seth okay. You know.
It is. I don't think I'll ever buy another Pokemon game.
Okay. I mean, go ahead and judge a book by its cover, Ethan, but that's okay.
Well, unless it's like stupid good, then I'll buy it. But
yeah, I mean, like unless they decide to Breath of the Wild Pokemon, which they totally should.
I would absolutely buy that. I'd buy that. I'd buy a Switch just for that.
We're waiting. You know what? And I'm hoping the lackluster I'm hoping the lackluster reviews and just like acceptance of the newest Pokemon game will lead to that.
Oh, it will not. If I learn anything from Call of Duty, bad reviews won't change anything most of the time for big franchises.
Yeah, for franchise games, absolutely.
Nah. Yeah. But I'm gonna stay hopeful. Hopefully they will.
You know, I believe.
Because I want Pokemon to be as good as they could be. Agreed. But right now, Temtem is what Pokemon should be.
Take that, Pokemon.
Yeah, honest, Pokemon needs to innovate.
Pokemon? I mean, just the Pokemon company. Watch your back. They are now on the watch your back list of possible enemy to the podcast.
We gotta stop asking people the enemies of the podcast.
There's a spectrum, Ethan.
No, I agree with this one.
It's a spectrum, Ethan.
They're making Pokemon too easy. I don't like it.
There's friend of the podcast.
Pokemon's not a Wi-Fi company. Why would they be called Spectrum?
What?
I'm sorry, that was such a stupid joke.
What? Alex, get him out of here.
Okay.
I'm the host.
I don't care.
Okay, so there's friend of the podcast, watch your back, enemy of the podcast. Pokemon Company officially on watch your back.
I agree.
Ethan, what is your favorite game you're playing right now?
Well, my favorite game I'm playing is also the only. Well, no, I'm playing two. I recently, as in this morning, started a new game plus for Fallen Order because since the last episode of The Mandalorian, I've been on Star Wars binge lately. I bought a lightsaber.
Yes, sir.
I'm finishing Star Wars Rebels.
Oh, you haven't finished that? I didn't know. I forgot.
No, I watched season 1 and 2, and I was like, I'm done. So I'm finishing it.
All right.
I am going to rewatch Rogue One later this week.
Ooh.
Because I haven't seen it in 4 years.
Really?
Yeah, I watched it in theaters and loved it, and then didn't watch it again.
That's a delicious movie.
It is a very good movie. I've seen the hallway scene countless times on YouTube. Every time I'm feeling sad, I'm just like, time for the Vader hallway scene. And I watch him kill those rebels, and I'm like, yeah, that's the good stuff.
It is.
So I'm on the new game plus for Fallen Order. It looks like since I last played it, EA has released a couple patches for it because it's a lot less glitchy in terms of like texture popping.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's nice. And the main game I've been playing lately is Dark Souls. So I'm playing through on my Xbox for Dark Souls. I'm starting to get used to it finally after beating 4 bosses now. But anyway, I was talking to Sumners, my old band director, and because I have him on Discord, and we were talking about Dark Souls, and he was like, hey, do you have it on PC? And I was like, no, I got an Xbox. So he bought it for me on PC, and we've been playing through it together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
how much
we're going to play. He bought it for $20, and then Steam did a really weird thing. So it was on sale on Steam for $20.
Mm-hmm.
And Sunridge was like, oh, awesome. I'm going to get it for me and Ethan. We can play through it together.
Mm-hmm.
And he bought it for $20, and then he went back to the Dark Souls page to buy it again and gift it to me. And the price went up to $40.
Oh, damn.
And I looked on Steam, and the price was $40 on my screen, too. And we were like, well, what the hell just happened? So Sumners was like, all right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get it for you, and then sometime in the future, just gift me like a $20 game on Steam. And I was like, you know what? I got you.
That's very nice of him.
Yeah, so he bought it for me for Christmas, and we're playing through it together.
Sumner's the GOAT.
Yeah, Sumner's is the GOAT. So we're going to play through it. Or we're going to play some more tomorrow morning. So I'm starting to get used to it. It's a lot of just getting used to enemy attacks and predicting enemy attacks, and knowing when to parry. But it lives up to the name. It's brutally hard.
All right.
But isn't there a mod to make Dark Souls even harder?
Oh, probably. I mean,
I think I've seen somebody play through that.
Like, they made it for that one guy who beat it using a Rock Band controller, and it was just like, I need more of a challenge.
Yeah. Well, like, see, the thing is, everybody's like, oh my god, Dark Souls is so hard. And it is. But the sucky thing is, it's the easiest of all the Soulsborne games. Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 is hard because it's unfair. It was not made by From Software. It was made by a subsidiary company, and they didn't know how to do the physics correct. And it's ridiculously hard and bloated. Dark Souls 2 sucks. Dark Souls 3 is really tough. Demon Souls is also really tough. Bloodborne is probably my favorite just because of the lore. I watched a stream of it. The lore of Bloodborne is incredible. incredible. Also, so is the soundtrack. But because Bloodborne's very like Leviathan, not Leviathan. What's the word? Who's the guy? Who got the cat?
What?
Lovecraftian.
Oh wow!
I was like, what?
Wow!
The cat.
Wow! Wow!
That's
Wow!
all I remembered.
All I can say is wow.
World of Warcraft? No, that's a different game, Alex.
This,
Yeah, I've played
so
WoW.
funny. So funny.
Thank
We
you,
are
Alex.
All right, man. So we're
So, yeah.
glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, fun game.
Allow me to go on a little side note here for a second.
Sure.
When I called to wish Seth a happy birthday, he legitimately, I said, "Hey man, happy birthday," and he said, "Thank you, Alex," and that was it. That's what he said, and I was like, my dad was there. He was in the room and he heard me. And he was just kind of like, "What?"
Mm-hmm.
Because you said in the most monotone voice.
Yep.
Thank you, Alex.
That's the way I do things.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank
and
you, Alex.
That was basically the majority of our conversation
No, we talked.
for like a minute.
That's a long talk for me.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I'm not butthurt about it.
Yeah.
But and shout out to Jonathan Alexander, official listener of the podcast.
Yeah, he texted me.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's what we've been playing, and we're gonna move on to our first question, which is, what is your favorite combat style in video games? So we've seen a lot of different combat styles over the years as games have progressed. As opposed to like, when it first started out, everything was side scroller or top down, and you had like 3 different combat attacks. And now we've got such a huge variety of combat. I want to know, what is your guys' favorite?
Well, let me go first because it's gonna be such a big shocker.
Okay.
Hold on to your seats.
All right. All right.
First person shooter. Whoa, who would have guessed?
Whoa, really?
Wow.
Like the guy that's been grinding COD for the past 5 weeks, like FPSs.
I mean, more like 5
It
years.
is the best game style ever, and it always will be.
Okay. Especially on that Nintendo DS, am I right, guys?
Ooh, FPS on the DS? Yes, sir.
You know it.
Controls just really hit different.
Bro, I remember playing World at War on the DS, and I thought it was the best.
I remember playing a Transformers game on the DS, and I thought it was the coolest game in the world. And I went back about a year ago and I found my DS, and I tried it again. Oh my god, the graphics look like shit.
No, but they look horrible, but they look so good at the same time.
Yeah, but everything's like covered in Vaseline and pixelated.
Yeah, and then let's go ahead and mute everything, just so that way no colors pop and you just have no stimulation.
Everything was muted gray and brown.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to talk about the sound for a second, because that was also stuck out in the Transformers game. Every so often, some of the sound bites would be too loud, and I'd be fighting, and I'd be shooting a gun, and it'd go like, boo, 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 boo. My headphones.
I can't believe you played enough of that game, man. When I was like 9, I put that game in my DS and was like, no.
The only games I played on my DS were World at War, Super Mario for the DS, like the new one that came out. That was
Super Mario. Yeah.
Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Those are the main 3.
Dude, those, man, don't even tell me about Soul Silver. That was the best game I ever played.
Heart Gold Gang. Screw Soul Silver.
Whatever. Same thing. I loved them.
I had a lot of really crappy DS games, but that's not what the question is. I'm going to go back to combat styles.
Yeah.
We can talk about DS another time. I'll go next. My favorite combat style, I've got a couple different ones. I really fell in love with the Arkham style combat back when I played Arkham City.
Combo style, buddy.
No, Arkham style.
What's
Arkham popularized it, so Arkham style.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Because other games have combos. But Arkham was really not the first, but definitely, I think Assassin's Creed might have been the first. But Arkham really popularized the almost rhythm-based combat style of doing different like gadgets, but also blocking when you see the sparks and stuff. But taking that one step further, I prefer the Spider-Man PS4 combat to Arkham. because it's a lot faster paced, and there's more room for gadgets and flipping around and web zipping. So I prefer the Spider-Man combat. Another one is the combat in Jedi Fallen Order. I don't really know what to call that.
Isn't it just like Dark Souls?
Yes and no. It's a lot faster paced than Dark Souls, and also like Dark Souls. Dark Souls are weird. So in Dark Souls, you can have a really fast weapon like a lightsaber, in Fallen Order, and like swing it. But in Dark Souls, if you have that fast weapon, unless you've upgraded it like a ton, it'll do like 5 damage. But I have a weapon in Dark Souls called the Zweihander, and it does like 300 damage each hit, but it takes about 3 seconds to swing.
Okay.
So it's similar-ish to Dark Souls in terms of like you got to block at the right time, you got to like attack at the right time, but it's a lot faster paced, and you also get the force powers in there too. And my last one is I don't know what I'd call this. I mean, I guess it's hack and slash. The Devil May Cry combat.
Devil May Cry.
I guess it's hack and slash because I'm thinking Dynasty Warriors is also hack and slash, but it's wave based.
I've never played Devil May Cry.
Start with DMC 5.
5?
Yeah, that's what I started with.
Oh, okay.
You think Seth's gonna play a single player game?
No, I'm not.
Ah, damn.
Got him with that one.
Almost.
The only single player game I plan on playing in the near future is the Hogwarts game when that comes out. That's about it.
What about Fallen Order 2?
What if it stinks?
Hey, there's no way. I don't care if it's bad.
Okay, well there you go. That's the answer.
It could be bad. I'll still like it.
What if it's like completely like awful, like No Man's Sky level?
They can't mess it. It's so easy. It's just doing school stuff. They can't mess it up that bad.
Just doing so.
I imagine like Bully, but in Harry Potter. That's how I imagine that.
That's funny. Okay.
Oh, I just good. You stuff Malfoy into a locker and it glitches out and he goes flying into space.
You know what? I will play the Hogwarts game if it gets good reviews. I'll play it.
I'll play it no matter what.
Well, what?
I said you don't like Harry Potter.
But yeah, I know.
That's what? Hold up, Alex.
It's not that I don't like it. I've never watched or consumed any media of it.
We're watching all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not ready for it.
We're watching all of them.
I'm gonna read the books if I'm gonna do anything.
You don't even need. Well, people. Okay, fine. That's fine. I was gonna say you don't need to, but fine. Go ahead.
But my point is, if it's good, I'm trying to appeal to my friends, Ethan, and play the game so I can relate to you, Ethan.
Thank you, Alex.
Nah, don't even do that.
Alex, you better start reading.
Yeah.
No, I'll get to it.
Now, in the middle of the podcast, go.
No, but we're podcasting right now, so
We are. Speaking of which, Alex, it's your turn. What's your favorite combat style?
Okay, so I think everybody loves a good, classic combo system. Press these buttons in this order. They press that buttons, and you're like, oh boy, But I have to say, hack and slash really hits home for me for a number of reasons, or at least modern day hack and slash.
Modern day, okay.
Because it's kind of changed a little bit. I mean, back in the day, let's say with like older games, like Skyrim, for example. With Skyrim, you're just hitting and hitting and hitting.
That's not hack and slash. That's just first-person melee.
Well, what's the difference?
Hack and slash is very much like God of War 1 through 3 or Devil May Cry or Bayonetta. First person melee is Skyrim or I guess really just Skyrim.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it would fit under the umbrella, but okay. Shoot down my only example. It's all right. Anyway, when I think about it, I'm thinking about mainly I would say kind of like the newer Final Fantasy games, maybe the newer God of War game. How it's maybe not so much Final Fantasy because that is more of select your like attack.
Yeah,
But when you get down to it, it is a lot of just, pressing the button to attack and attack and attack and attack. But it's different now because the AI is smarter for the enemy. So while you are just kind of spamming your, big powerful move, the enemy adapts to it in a different way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of you just taking down big crowds of enemies with your hack and slash tactics, it's more of like a give and take. At least that's what I've been experiencing. That
right. So more classic third person combat.
Sure. You gonna cut this silence out, Ethan?
Yeah. Thought you were gonna say something.
Well, no, I said sure.
Oh, okay.
You didn't really give me anything to go off of there.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I see what you mean.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I see what you mean. Because like new God of War is very different combat wise to the old ones because it is over the shoulder, third person.
Yeah.
And would you say, because I haven't played it for more than about 20 minutes, would you say that the combat is more slower paced or that there's just less enemies on screen?
I would say neither of those things are true.
Okay.
I would say
maybe
that
just the camera. Maybe just the
yeah,
camera, because I remember
the
seeing
camera makes a
gameplay.
big difference.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, well, I would say that in proportion to what we had in the previous games, less enemies are on the screen. But
Right.
then that does go into my whole thing about how the AI is smarter, how
Okay.
it's more of a give and take, how your enemy is also kind of hack and slashing. So it's it's more of like, let's say there's a large amount of enemies on screen. You're having to deal with all of those enemies at once while trying to not get moitered,
Mm-hmm.
As in like other things like God of War, a lot of it is the pressure of dealing with all of those enemies.
Right.
So I would say, yeah, so the camera does have a lot to do with it, but I would say that in terms of the pacing, I would say that like the axe itself is slower than the blades, but I don't think like the actions are slower. I mean, I don't think like the point of impact is slower. I think the movement itself is slower.
Mm-hmm.
The point to action, but not the actual like contact itself.
I think also, at least from what I've seen, something that differentiates new God of War with old God of War is old God of War was very much, you had those like wide sweeping movements to hit a lot of enemies at once, whereas the newer one is a lot more lock on, attack a singular enemy at once. You can like switch between enemies, obviously, but it's less wave focused and more individual focused, which lends itself to the AI.
Yeah, depending on which weapon you're using.
Right. Yeah. Obviously, with the Blades of Chaos, it's still wave.
But even still, even with the addition of the Blades of Chaos in the new game, or quote unquote new game, it's still the artificial intelligence just is better and is different and just reacts differently to what you're doing. I mean, of course, we could break it down to things like types of enemies and heavy hitters and light enemies and stuff like that. But when you really break it down, God of War is in essence a hack and slash, and I don't think it should change. There you go.
All right. Well, cool. Let's move on to question 2. What game did you regret buying?
Yeah, you go first, Ethan.
Okay. God, and I feel so bad that I regret buying this game because it's a phenomenal game.
Okay.
Control.
Oh, really?
So the reason I regret buying this is,
what game is Control?
Control
That sounds
is
familiar.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. See, I remember getting a Game Informer back when this game was coming out, and like reading about it, and I was like, oh, this looks super cool, and like super like weird, like trippy, but also like the type of like destructive destructive type game that I was looking for. So I was really excited. Okay.
Yeah, I remember you talked about it quite a bit.
Yeah. And it got great reviews. It didn't do very well commercially, because it got overshadowed by something else. I think Sekiro.
Yeah.
So anyway, I saw it was on sale on Xbox for like $30, and I was like, hell yeah! So I bought it and I started playing it, and after about a couple hours, it really starts to run awful on the Xbox One S.
That's a 1S. You can't really.
No, because like I was thinking maybe it's just the One S, but literally every other game I've ever owned like has ran phenomenal, or at least fine. Control runs horribly. It's like when there's more than about 3 enemies on screen, their frame rate just drops.
I mean, that's kind of expected though, because Control's whole marketing thing was this is the best looking game that's going to come out this year. RTX, this is the game.
Yeah. Well, but at the same time, it's kind of like the Cyberpunk thing. If you're going to release it, it has to be optimized, right?
Yeah.
Right. If you're gonna release it, release a version that for Xbox One base and Xbox One S, that's just a regular game, right?
Mhm.
And then build in Xbox One X optimization so that way it can run at its full potential on a One X.
Yeah.
I don't
But
need to be
I feel like that wasn't
I
their.
don't need to be running RTX on my One S because it'll destroy the game.
But they didn't have RTX on Xbox to begin with. It was only on PC and Xbox One X. They didn't add it into the regular Xbox.
That's the point. Then they shouldn't have tried to build that into the whole games. But I don't know. It runs horribly, and I feel really bad because now I can't even finish the game. I mean, I can, but I don't want to.
It seems like, I mean, because the Xbox One S and the Xbox One in general, even the One X, shouldn't run that different. Because while the One X is more powerful, it's really just it's like the PlayStation 4 Pro. The big thing is it's the 4K, the upscaling to 4K.
Yes.
Right.
So it's not exactly a huge bump in performance. So it really just feels like it's a genuine lack of optimization.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. And it's been a while since I've turned on the game, so maybe there's been a patch release for it. I don't know. Either way, I regret buying it. And honestly, whenever I do manage to get a PS5, I'll probably buy it on PS5 because I want to actually finish the game, and I'm sure it'll run fantastic on PS5. But in the state it's on right now on the Xbox, I can't run it. There's just I've got clips saved somewhere of me fighting a group of enemies in the game, literally freezing for a second and then cutting back.
Oof.
Yeah, it's rough, and I couldn't find any settings to mess around with like I can on PC to optimize the games. Like Dark Souls doesn't run great on my laptop, but I was able to go in and turn off like anti-aliasing and shadowing. So it runs a lot better.
That's a shame.
Yeah. So, Alex, want to go next?
Actually, I want Seth to go next because I'm really curious.
Okay.
I don't really regret buying any game ever.
Really?
Yeah. Every game I buy, I played.
Well, that is a very wholesome answer. I love that.
Because I don't really branch out in different genres and stuff. Like I buy Pokemon, Call of Duty. There we go. That's about it.
No regrets, everybody. No regrets.
What about Modern Warfare?
I mean, no, because I definitely got my money's worth out of it.
Yeah.
I got max rank easily every season,
Of course you did, buddy.
Even though I hated it, I still played it every day pretty much. Because I bought it. I might as well just keep playing it.
Yeah.
So I don't really regret buying it. I just hate it.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, then I guess it is my turn. This is going to depress some of our viewers.
Oh.
My Hero 1's Justice 2.
That's complete. What do you mean? That's completely reasonable.
That's valid. God, that game is so mid.
I was thinking about buying it. If I did buy that, that would be the game.
Dude, I almost made the worst decision. I almost bought it on Switch.
Well, I did buy it, so listen up.
All right, Alex.
I watched lots and lots of reviews of it.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them said, it's fine. It's fine. It's not great. Will you be a little disappointed? Possibly. But is it awful? No. That was the major consensus
Mm-hmm.
from the multiple reviews I saw. Awful game. I played it. Okay, so I open it up. I'm thinking, it could be fun. I'm thinking Smash Bros. My Hero, I'm ready for this. I'm excited. I love My Hero Academia. I'm so pumped. Then I see we're playing through the story. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. Wasn't expecting that much from it. It was $30. Let's jump. Let's see the story. It was the most generic, cookie cutter, like over the shoulder, punch, 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 press the same button over and over again thing I've ever. It in a lot of ways is similar to why I don't like Pokemon anymore, because it's all about using the same strong move over and over again. There's not a lot of variety in the gameplay. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that. You just use your strongest move over and over again, and if it doesn't recharge, you use your other one. You're just dodging and dodging. It was the most uninventive, unoriginal gameplay I've ever experienced. And on top of that, the somehow took the characters from the manga and anime and completely stripped them of anything that made them interesting. The character animations felt like they had no life or depth to them. And the ones that do seem interesting are ones that I did not play as, because you have to buy them.
Ooh, microtransactions.
Yeah. Which, no. So, which like now, if you're giving me a game like Dragon Ball FighterZ, fuck yeah, I'll buy those characters because the game is great.
Fighters.
I mean, it's still great. But you expect me to pay $5 to play as my main man Lemillion? I mean, no, not for what you're gonna offer me. And so,
could you play as Tamaki?
I mean, no. I mean, you can, but not. It doesn't really give you the opportunity to. I mean, it's a very closed off story. And that being said, it's the main thing that bothers me about it is that I paid $30 for it and I regret my purchase. Lots of people paid $60 for it.
Yikes.
It is when you compare things you pay $60 for. I'm thinking Smash Bros. I'm thinking God of War. You know what? I'm even thinking Mario Kart.
Yeah.
And you get what you pay for and then some. You get quality, you get fun, you get genuine entertainment. My Hero Once Justice 2 deprived me of my time, of any fun, and was certainly not entertaining.
You're upset.
I am.
Oh,
because
so
I played 2.23 hours and could not
to the dot.
God.
To the dot.
I could not get a refund because it was over 2 hours. I wanted to give it my best try, and I was spat on.
Yeah.
Deplorable. The biggest thing that really gets me is when they throw you up against an NPC, same body, different clothes, different hair, maybe some glasses. That's it. They throw in a
what do you mean, Alex? Everybody's like that in real life.
Yeah, that's my bad. They throw
in me, but with glasses.
That's right. Yeah. They throw in character customization, trying to get you all excited about, oh, look, I can customize Deku to have it. No, it's not fun. It's bad. And so the thing that I will never forgive is the stage-like arenas. I have outgrown games that claim to be story-based, but completely revolve around a fight in a preset arena.
The only games I'll forgive for doing that or Mortal Kombat, because that's the whole shtick of Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat.
exactly. Like, see those things, and like Fighter Z, those are that's different, you know.
Right.
And maybe Smash Bros. Again, that's different. But when
Right.
you're trying to sell me on a My Hero game,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a side stage fighter like that, I mean, we're not talking Injustice 2 here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was the big thing that I was just like, it's just, look, for all the hate that it got, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is a fun game. I've gone back and played it multiple times. I think not only as a fan of the show, but as just somebody who enjoys that RPGs like that, I've had a lot of fun with it. I think it's a good game. I think it's a solid game.
Did you ever play Jump Force?
No, I did not, but I don't have any. I don't know a lot of the jump characters, so I feel like it'd be kind of a waste.
I heard Jump Force was kind of fun.
I heard it kind of sucked.
Well, so okay, but so here's but the big thing is, like, when I think about Kakarot and I think about One's Justice 2, Kakarot is a passion project by people who genuinely love the content, genuinely love the story, genuinely love making those types of games, and wanted to share that with the audience. One's Justice 2 is them thinking, I bet you we can trick these normies into paying a bunch of money to play our generic, crappy, third-person action game and make them think that it's the new Smash Bros.
Right.
End of my monologue.
Wasn't One Justice 1 literally the same thing?
Yes.
Did you expect anything different, though? That's why I didn't buy it.
I was so tempted, but I didn't.
Well, I'm living proof that it's regret. I apologize for taking more time than I should have.
No, you're good.
But
I didn't take any time at all. See, you took my time.
It needed to be said.
You got it off your chest. You're good now.
The audience needed to know.
They did.
All right.
Yeah. You know what I will say? I prefer PlayStation, but Xbox, the Game Pass has really saved me from making a lot of really crappy decisions buying wise.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll play a game in Game Pass and be like, that game sucked. I'm glad I didn't buy it for $25.
Yeah.
Game Pass is a deal and a half.
Game Pass is actually really good.
It's the best.
It's the one thing I will always praise Xbox for, but PlayStation is Game Pass is phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, I think, I know PlayStation's is apparently getting better, but I haven't tested it out, so I can't.
The main problem with PlayStation now is half the games on there you can't download. You have to stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's really irritating.
I know. I believe that was like a change, I think. But
I hope
again,
so.
I don't know. I know I have a friend who uses PlayStation now, and they're having a good time with it. So
yeah. All right. Well, I bought a game called Thief a year ago on Xbox.
Thief! I completely forgot about that game.
I hated it.
It looked so cool at E3.
Sucks.
They were all like, man, you could sneak through, you could do all these cool ninja stuff, and then it was just garbage. It was horrible.
Yeah, it was awful. And then you know what? 3 years later, Dishonored did it better. Dishonored came in and was like, hey, we can do that, but with powers. And Thief was like, no, don't forget about me. And Dishonored went, see ya. And then the sequel to Dishonored was okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't get into it, but
it had less hype.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried Dishonored 2, and I just couldn't gel with the stealth mechanics. And I realized that I don't like stealth games.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
It's not for you.
Yep, not for me. I will say I like the stealth stuff in Batman, though. But that's different.
Is it?
Yeah, because, well, yeah, that makes it better.
I hate Batman. Bad character.
Don't let Batman hear you say that. With enough prep time.
He doesn't mean that.
What's he going to do? Break my legs and ask me for details?
Yeah.
He's gonna put you in a coma, but he's not gonna kill you because that's.
I'll just say Martha. I'll be fine.
Because that's not what Batman does, Seth. He's a watchful protector, a silent guardian.
You know what? You know what, everybody? I think it's safe to say Batman, official friend of the podcast.
No.
Ethan?
No. I'm strong against that. Heck no.
Why not?
Which one are we talking about?
Like the comics, the good Batman.
Nope. No Batman. None of them.
What about when Batman's black?
Well, sure.
Oh yeah.
We love you, Batman, except for Seth. But Seth will come around.
Yeah.
He'll come around.
No, I won't.
Yeah, you will, buddy.
So we're gonna move on to our big discussion now. And this is where our Christmas theme kind of comes in. I had no idea what to do for this one, but if you were in charge of making a Christmas themed game, what would it be like? Like I said, I had no clue what I was gonna put down for this, but I wrote the question anyway. Who wants to go first?
All right, Ethan. You're going to be the only person to understand this because Alex didn't watch it with us.
Okay.
It will be just an all-out crazy game of Santa's sleigh.
I wrote that down too.
Just going on a rampage as Santa, Devil Santa, killing everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It will be great.
Should we do a Santa sleigh inspired Dead by Daylight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alex, you need to watch Santa's sleigh. At least we'll watch the first scene with you after this.
I'll think about it.
It's 5 minutes tops.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Okay. I can handle 5 minutes.
It is the best opening scene of any movie I've ever seen.
Fact.
And that's a fact.
Wow.
But yeah, I would. But my thing is, what would it be close to? Like the play style.
I mean, we already said Dead by Daylight would probably be close to that.
Because you need to think about how he was in the movie. He was a tank. He was slow, but he was unbeatable.
Right. Dark Souls.
Dark Souls as Santa. No. That would not work at all.
Oh God. Yeah, I mean Dead by Daylight.
I don't know. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
But yes, that's my one I need. That's the thing I need.
Yeah.
Sorry if I took your answer, Ethan. Sorry.
No, you're good. I have another one back up. Alex, do you want to go next for me?
No. I'm now you're on this train. I want to hear what your backup is.
Right. So my backup is a Santa RPG where
Mm-hmm.
where you can invest points into cheer, fatness, magic, speed, or Christmas joy.
Uh-huh.
And the plot twist at the end of the game is none of them mattered except for fatness. And if you're not fat enough by the end of the game, Christmas is canceled.
Oh.
Ooh.
You can have a skinny Santa. Don't body shame.
Yeah, come on, Ethan.
Come on, Ethan. 2020.
What about the handsome mall Santa? You know, that's going everywhere.
That's what?
You guys have never seen handsome mall Santa?
No.
All right.
I don't look at pictures of dudes like that, Alex.
Yeah.
What if I did, Seth? Huh? What if I did?
Well, then that's all you. Go ahead.
That's a rap doesn't support people like that, Alex.
Ethan said that, not me.
Whoa.
It's okay. Hey, it's okay. I said it. I can say it.
Yeah, Ethan can say it.
I can say it.
That's still a big out.
If one of you said it, then you'd be canceled. I can say it though.
Say the N-word, Ethan.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a trap. It's a trap.
I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that, especially when we're recording.
Oh.
I'm gonna say it anyway.
I've heard Ethan. Never mind.
No.
Man, only a couple episodes in, and our podcast is already canceled.
Well, it was a good run.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Santa RPG.
Who? That is not Santa. I'm sorry, Alex.
I'm just. Saying.
That's an old dude with a beard who just walks around with a belt around his stomach.
That is the handsome mall Santa they were pushing.
Nothing about that says Santa. I will never look at him.
Okay.
He looks like Master Roshi more than Santa.
Okay. I mean, that's
the guy from Home Alone.
Look, depending on who you say that to, I mean, calling somebody Master Roshi could be a huge compliment. So,
I meant it as a compliment.
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, it's all right.
Okay.
Yeah. Ethan.
Okay, so yeah, Santa RPG. You can customize your character, but all your clothes have to be red. Um, so it's just like the Avengers game. Yeah, that's right. Avengers game, official enemy of the podcast.
Yeah,
I'm glad none of us bought it.
That's fine.
We gotta make a sound effect for the official enemy of the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. One of us can get on that.
Yeah, it'll probably be me.
Okay. Yeah. So weapons, the weapons you could use. Giant candy cane.
Mm-hmm.
Sack of toys.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Your stomach if you're fat enough.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're like Poe from
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda. Okay.
Yeah.
The best superhero.
Cocaine if you have enough Christmas joy.
Ooh.
And,
A stripper pole that's electrocuted?
Yes. And a throwing star Christmas star.
and a turkey leg.
Oh shit! It's the
And a
Christmas star. Oh god.
Yeah. All right, Alex. What are your thoughts on Christmas themed video game?
Okay, I genuinely have 2 ideas.
Okay.
Genuine.
Okay.
Wow.
So my first thought. Bear with me. I genuinely mean this.
All right.
So you're Santa.
Okay. I assume so.
Yeah, okay, so you're Santa. And so the big thing that this is revolved around is that, Santa does more than just deliver presents.
Right.
So as Santa, you have to basically like scope out different towns, keep check on your elves, make sure that your list is checked through. Just do like the whole do basically like the RPG I need to gather materials kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then and the game is basically just you delivering presents on time, going to specific houses, not mixing up the gifts, and you could get like a score overall.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my one idea. My second idea, which I think is awesome.
I had another idea, so I'll go after you.
Oh no, go ahead. It's okay. Intersperse.
Oh, it's just really quick. Have you guys ever played Overcooked?
Yes.
Okay.
I've heard of it.
Overcooked.
Oh, you're like making toys?
Yeah.
That'd be. I can see that working.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Even if it's just like a DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I did that.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead, Alex.
Sea of how Sea of Thieves, how it's like
Yes.
online, but everybody has different jobs in the pirate ship.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. It's online, but every day, like a different one person is Santa, one person is an elf, one person is an elf doing this thing, and they're all bouncing off and doing different jobs, so that way they can deliver for Christmas. And then instead of it just being Santa, it's like a collaborative, like larger sleigh activity of delivering presents to the right places.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah, right.
I think the only thing about that is I think that Santa should be an NPC. That way, not everybody in the world is fighting to be Santa.
But at the same time, in Sea of Thieves, you can be a captain. So
yeah, but you can have multiple captains in real life. You can't have multiple Santas.
The way I would see that working is you have like Santa and like because in Sea of Thieves you have islands. Then on the islands you have like the skull lady. Then you have the chest guy that takes all the chests, and then you have somebody else. I forgot.
Well, I would think it'd be more like a kind of like an Among Us, how they have individual servers that are just randomly generated.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
It'd be kind of like that. There'd be like or like that. What was that horror game that you guys were playing with the?
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, it's like that, or like just individual servers where you would have like a group of people that would log in, and then they'd have to cooperate and do the whole thing there.
Yes, that would work.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I got to figure out who to sell this to.
Let's see.
Sell it to EA.
Yeah, I was gonna say EA.
All right, I'll contact them.
You gotta pay an extra $5 to be Santa.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Or put in 30 hours of work as an elf.
Wait, but then there would be like a good stretch of time where either somebody had bought it, or nobody bought it, and everybody was an elf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's exquisite.
I just thought of another game that
Okay.
you could do with Santa. Left 4 Dead, but you're Santa fighting off miniature Krampuses with a shotgun.
That sounds like Santa Sleigh.
Yeah. Honestly, that could just be a mod.
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead is so heavily modded now.
Left 4 Dead mods are so fun.
Did you guys see the trailer for Back 4 Blood?
I didn't watch it.
Dude, I'm so excited.
I'm gonna go in blind.
Really?
Yes.
Dude, so it was a gameplay trailer. It looks incredible. It looks just like Left 4 Dead 2, but the graphics are like Resident Evil 2 remake level.
Ooh.
It's like some serious like blood physics and stuff.
Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm super excited.
Oh,
I can't wait till this gets modded.
Yeah. Okay, and you could take it. Speaking of Krampus, you could take it another route, and then be Krampus and be responsible delivering bad gifts to bad kids.
Krampus
Is that what
just kills
Krampus does?
people.
I look. Not everything has to be about killing, guys. Come on.
That's the fun part.
Yeah.
Okay,
watch Santa
fine.
play.
Then you find which children to murder in cold blood. Is that what you wanted me to say?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so then you're Krampus, and you decide which child was. Oh, you kicked your sister. Well, I guess you have to die.
I just thought of the scene where the kids open their presents and they just explode. Alex, it's such a good movie. We have to watch it with you.
Watch it.
It's so good.
What movie is this?
Santa Sleigh.
Okay, we'll watch it eventually.
Okay.
It's only an hour.
And how long?
An hour.
An hour?
It's like an hour and a half.
No, not even. It was like an hour and 12 minutes.
You sure? Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, that's quite a long time. I don't know.
Hour and 14 minutes and 35 seconds.
Okay, what if it's time? What if I feel like it's time I'll never get back?
No, you won't regret it.
All right. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, is that all of our questions done?
I think so.
Are we diggity bros?
All right.
Don't ever say that.
Please.
Now it's my official catchphrase.
No.
Oh, God.
Shouldn't have said you hated it.
Why you got to do that? What have I ever done that to you?
Literally, Seth.
Never.
Ethan, back me up for a second. How many times do I constantly say, Seth, why do you do this to me?
Never.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, I did genuinely quite a bit.
I mean, you say it. I don't know if Seth ever does anything.
Don't do this, Ethan.
I'm an impartial moderator.
Don't do this. Okay, I won't say it. Because I already forgot what it was.
I did too. It's okay. I'll be listening to it when I edit.
Thank you.
I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Oh,
good.
Well, we
Anyway.
all, we should all get like signing off catchphrases,
Skedaddle, skedoodle, I'ma steal your fridge.
What?
And we
Sorry, that's work related.
Oh,
Our fridge got taken to Greensboro.
Oh, okay. And we should all say that's a wrap at the same time.
Yeah. We should try at least.
Yeah. Well, we're at that time, right?
We are at that time. All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening. If
Thanks
you
so
listened this far, thank you. If you didn't listen this far, you're not here. So
stop.
Yeah, go listen to one of our other episodes, or check out my YouTube channel at Stewart Studios on YouTube, where I post the podcast and I also post animations based around the podcast.
Please watch them; they're so funny.
If you want to ask your own questions, you can find me on Twitter at Ethan_Stewie98. And yeah, I think that's about everything. Any other thoughts for you guys?
Seth?
No.
No.
Okay, well, you can find me on Twitter at LoveTheBeatlesA. And I don't know. I guess, what is it time, guys?
Twitter.
Twitter.
People really. I've never gotten into Twitter. I just can't.
I did.
That's just me.
Last year. I like Twitter.
That's just him.
That's just me.
That's just Seth.
All right. Well, goodbye, everyone. And
Okay. Hey,
that's
let's
a
say
wrap.
it. Yeah, let's say it all at the same time. One. That's a wrap.
The
I stole your fridge. Bye.
the